Yo, so guys, and welcome back to brand new HMSP news video. Today we're going to be talking about Brad Binder and his absolutely stunning win in the Austrian GP. What a race to have watched in MotoGP. Absolutely crazy. Also, we had that nice little battle at the beginning between a whole bunch of riders, all overtaking each other in the dry conditions. We had Brad Binder, coming from a little bit further back, but catching up to the group. Obviously, we know. Brad Binder's race pace on a Sunday is always pretty spectacular. If he could only just qualify a little bit further up, then I feel like he could be a proper menace in the grandprix. But we did see Brad Binder catch up to that leading group, and then obviously came the important moment of when the rain started dropping down a little bit more consistently, and we saw all the front pack dip into the pit lane. Except Brad Binder, he was putting his foot on the ground, he was looking all over the place, making sure it was wet or dry enough to continue, and calculating in his head, how many seconds he would lose a lap. There's only a couple laps left in the race. I think it was 3 laps or so at the time. So, he was calculating all that while on a MotoGP bike with a dry setup, slick tyres around Austria, which has got lots of up and down kind of parts of the track, and under the rain on the KTM, sliding about, drifting into the corners. Obviously went off the track a couple times, obviously understandable, and managed to stay on the bike and get to the end and win the race. Obviously KTM winning at the home track, Brad Binder's second win in MotoGP. Hopefully, more to come from him, because, he is definitely a great rider to watch. His riding style, for me, I've always found it as a very fascinating riding style. The way he hangs off the bike and stuff, it just looks pretty cool to watch on TV. And, when we saw Brad Binder staying out, and we saw the rain getting heavier, and we saw his bike just having no grip at all. Obviously, you have to imagine them slick tires would have been frozen, they would have been freezing cold. His carbon brakes would have been freezing cold. And, obviously being on a wet surface in the rain on slick tires and everything being cold is pretty much uncontrollable. And we did see that, on that last lap and the penultimate lap, with time, to turn one, he was definitely struggling. And then into the other downhill kind of corners, you could always see the rear end stepping out. And somehow with these amazing skills, he managed to keep the bike up straight and get to the end. And like I said, take his second win in the MotoGP and take KTM win at the home track, which is pretty amazing. And Brad Binder has come back, for the second half of the season. He's been on very good form. P4 in the Styrian GP, and then obviously winning the Austrian GP. So if he can continue this momentum on into Silverstone and for the rest of the season, this will definitely be great to see. Obviously, we know Brad Binder earlier on in this year signed an extension deal for a couple more years, or a whole bunch of years actually, with that KTM family. So it's going to be great to see, what this combination can do in the future. KTM and Brad Binder, definitely plenty of potential there. And like I said, that Austrian performance was just simply incredible. I mean, the braveness of Brad Binder to continue on under the rain on those dry tires and still obviously pushing to get the win. Pretty extraordinary stuff, and definitely will be a win that will be in the books for the history books for a long time. People will remember that win for the very distant future. But what are your thoughts, guys, on that race win from Brad Binder? For me, my opinion, absolutely crazy stuff, and it was one of probably the more enjoyable races to watch this season, in my opinion. But make sure you don't in the comments, leave a like and subscribe for more content. As always, I'll see you with some brand new videos very soon.